What up, guys? So I'm doing this quick video on my F83, the Vland GTS taillights. I'm sure you guys know, right? So I don't do a lot of videos on YouTube, but the main reason I'm doing this one is because it's like almost impossible to find a video on how to install these things on an F83, right? I found one video, but they kind of rushed through it. So I was like, let me try to do one myself to try to help people out, right? So I'm gonna show you guys where things differ, like where I tripped up and things I still need to figure out, right? So like right now I'm gonna show you the main thing that I'm still working on figuring out, but I think this is the most important thing for y'all to see. Hold on. All right, so the trunk, right? You know, we got the convertible. So the trunk opens the normal way, but then the trunk also opens the opposite way when you're putting the top down. So we have to allow more slack in the wire, right? You know, with the F82, they have the little, like, you know, the little plastic piece they pull off, and then they wrap the wires inside there, and then you're good to go, right? Because the trunk only opens like this. But with us, you can't wrap the wires too tight. Plus, this is like a spring, you know, whatever they call these things, a spring powered strut or whatever, right? So this goes in and out. So you can't wrap it too tightly to this. And then when it goes the opposite way, like this whole thing is going like that. So like, how do you properly wrap this? So what I figured, it's Amazon didn't deliver it yet, but what I determined that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get, like, I'm sure you've been in like an office before where you see like the wires wrapped in like the mesh material. I'm gonna get like black mesh, and I'm gonna leave it with like enough slack so that it can open both ways. But the black mesh will at least make it look better, right? So it'll blend with like some of this hardware that's already out here. So that's exactly what I'm gonna, oh, actually I can show you better here, because the M4, well, the F83 already comes with this. It's basically this exact same thing, but it's got like a 1/4 inch in diameter, and it expands. So I'm gonna wrap this around that, and I'm gonna follow it up here and all that, and then I should be good. It's not ideal because I would like to like hide it perfectly, but like I said, since we got the F83, that's the main thing we have to worry about. Let me see. So, I mean, some of the other things, and I'll show you guys too. Like, I don't think the F82 has this little like, you know, like battery, you know, cover kind of thing, but you know, you take these off, right? And then you have 2mm screws there, two 10mm, and then you have like a 8mm down there. I'll show you guys. Trying to like pull the light out. It wasn't coming out. I'm like, what the hell's going on? It's because of that one right there. So make sure you take that one out too. But you take that off, and then you got two tabs. Like, you got a tab here, and you have like another tab right here, and you take those off, and then there's another, I think it's like a 10mm or 11. I use the 7/16. So you pull this out, and then you take that one out, and then basically you pull the light this way, and then the whole light comes out, and then you unplug it, obviously, right? And then you put your new light in. Put the new light in, you plug it up, and then you string this wire up. And I know with the F82, they also take all these tabs out, and they're able to take this whole like fabric piece off. But with the F83, you have like more plugs like this. You have like an electrical component here, and it's just, it's unnecessary to take off the entire piece of fabric. So once you take off all these tabs though, you can like pull this back enough, because you know, you gotta take out the inner tail light next. And then to take out the inner tail light, you just have 2 tabs that you got to take out, right? So you take those out, the cover comes off, and then you have a 10mm that's just sticking up under there. You take that 10mm out, and then you just push up, and the whole thing comes out. But then there's a plug. You take the plug and you unplug it, and then you take the whole light out, and that's how that part works. All right, so now we got the inner tail light, right? A little unraveling for you there. Nice, right? So when you buy this set, the Vland set, they tell you, oh man, Doing so terrible with these videos. Apologize, guys. Bear with me. When you buy it, they tell you which tabs you got to cut off, right? Because it's not a direct fitment. The tabs just protrude a little bit. So like that tab, you have to cut off. I have a multi-tool, so I'm just gonna like, yep, and take that thing off. And then these two here, if you can see, hold on. You see that? That little Phillips head looking one there. And then this tab here, you got to cut those off too. So we're gonna do that now. All right, so as you can see, we chopped it off. Got a little messy, got to go around here a little bit. Don't do that like me, be more careful. You see this the other tab here, shave that down. So now we're gonna try to drop it in. Should fit good now. Yep, fits perfectly. Okay, now this might be one of the most annoying parts. So this is the Vland bracket that they give you. Those two teeth have to go on the outside of this metal lip right here. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of do like a dry fit. Like this, see? And then you hold the light down and tighten up that bolt. So you're basically like, you're pushing this in and down, pushing this down and pushing it in, and then you're tightening your 8mm bolt. So make sure you're getting that thing down there and tightening it up. But then you want to plug your Vland clip back into the OEM clip. Remember, ours it's like inside here. Now these two, it's just 3M tape. So all we're gonna do for those is stick them here. All right, so just showing you guys where I ran these little packs right here. So on the regular F82 coupe, they put them like somewhere behind here, but there's like no good place to put it here, and the wires aren't long enough, and this fabric is pretty flush, so it wasn't really a good fit. So I found this spot, which is, as you can see, it's like under the fabric. Like if you look, see. Other than that, I mean, you know, after that you have to connect this wire to the new light. Once you install the new light, you got 2 plugs, right? You got, actually there's 3 plugs, but you don't need the there's like a slim black plug, which I'll show y'all, and it confused me at first because I'm like, why is there a plug that doesn't go to anything? So I thought that was an issue, but you actually don't need that plug. All right, look, so this is the user manual that Vland sends to you, and I bought mine on eBay. Oh, that's another tip for you guys. So I bought it on eBay. The guy was selling for like, I actually bought it from Vland on eBay from their store, but they were selling for $439 or best offer. So I offered $390 and they accepted it. So just throwing it out there to y'all, you might want to make an offer before you purchase these. But I just wanted to show y'all the clip that connects to nothing that I was telling you about. So it's this one right here. You see it says connect with M4 models, which is the craziest thing for me. That's why I was going so crazy, because I'm like, all right, I have an M4, so this thing has to connect somewhere, but it does not. So this connects to the OEM plug, right? So the same plug that your original inner tail light connected to, you plug that right back. And then obviously this one connects to your new outer tail light, the same ketchup and mustard looking one, right? This connects to nothing. At least on the F83, that does not connect to anything. Do not pay attention to that, or else you will be in the same position that I was in. All right, that will save you some time, hopefully. I was having some issues with like the what do you call it, the animation, and I'll show you the convertible part too, but I was having issues like after I plugged it up and everything, you know, the indicator lights were coming on, right? When I would lock and unlock it, but the animation, you know, the best part about the lights wasn't coming on. I'm like, what the hell? I couldn't figure it out. And I found this one video where this guy was talking about coding, and he was like, you gotta make sure your lights, your actual lights, are on auto, right? So I always put mine on auto, but I had took it to a mechanic to drop. I just dropped it, right? I put it on KW HAS's. So I guess he took it for a drive, whatever, and he set it off. And that's why my animation wasn't working. So watch, look, I'm gonna set it to off right now, and I'll show you guys. And I spent over an hour trying to figure this out. I thought I had to do some type of coding. Watch, let me lock it, right? And let me unlock it. See? No animation. Now, I'll lock it. I went into the coding because I have Carly. So I went into the coding. I was turning on daylight running lamps. I was turning on all the welcome lights and all this stuff. Nothing was happening. No animation. So I'm like, what the hell's the issue? So I found that video. I gotta shout that man out too. I gotta tag his video or something like that because he helped me out big time. But watch, now I'll unlock it. Oh wait. Hold on. All right, I figured out the issue. So in the Carly app, I had the welcome lights, the standing welcome lights. I had them set to off. Like when I was messing with everything, turning everything on and off, I had set those back to off when I was trying to fix everything, and those are supposed to be on. So now I'm gonna show you one more time. I set it to off. So now it should not work. Like the animation shouldn't work. Let's see. See, doesn't work. All right, so let's lock it. And now we're gonna turn on the auto light. All right, so now it's on auto. Gonna lock it up. Now we're gonna turn it back on. Moment of truth. There it is. See? So keep your lights on auto, please. And don't end up like me. All right, so now the last part that I wanted to show y'all, and I'm not gonna be as in-depth as some of those F82 videos, because I'm sure you guys have watched those and you saw, for the most part, how you're supposed to, like what you're supposed to take off and put on. I already kind of try to give you guys a decent amount of detail. If you want anything else, let me know. You can always hit me up and I'll tell you whatever I learned, whatever I experienced. But here we go, we're gonna turn it on. Oh, and another thing, if you get the Carly app, you have to code off the cold start because that's one of the reasons I always hated the exhaust sound of this car. Once you turn off that cold start, it sounds so much better. Like, literally, I'm not planning on buying a new exhaust because of how it sounds without the cold start. Like I really like the way it sounds. You know, carbon fiber diffuser on there, but I like the sound. I'm not too worried. And I got the you know, just to show you, I got the 19s with the ceramic brakes on there. But check it out. Now I'm gonna drop the top. Right, so here we go. And I'm gonna let the trunk open a little bit. All right, boom. All right, now look. This is what I was telling you guys about, see? So now the wires are opening in this direction when initially they were going here, right? So you see the little spring-loaded thing I was telling you about, but now it's straight with the trunk. So you have to give it a little bit of slack. And my issue was, damn, if I leave it like that, eventually, like over time, it's gonna get pinched. It might be out here when it's closing and all that stuff. I don't want that to happen. So that's why I'm gonna put the like the mesh piece on there, and I'll probably try to, like, I don't know if I can connect it to, or like put a little, you know, one of those Velcro straps around here or around here, something so that it stays in like this and it doesn't get clipped on the outside. That's really the best you can do with the F83 is what I'm learning, man. If you guys have tried anything and you found anything better than what I'm talking about, please let me know. But you see our issue, right? We open both ways, so we have to find a way to make this not look like ketchup and mustard, right? So I feel like we just have to make it look as good as possible. That's all we can do. Hope this helps other F83 owners. There's not a lot of content for us out there, so you know, let's keep getting it out there. Hopefully this helps. Any other questions y'all have, let me know. I think another day I'll show y'all a better picture of the car. It's kind of like raining outside and I got to move that one, and I'm recovering from a broken foot, so I'm kind of hopping all over the place as I show you this stuff. But you know, I'll show you guys. Like I said, I just got it dropped. I put some 15 millimeter spacers on the backs, and I put 12s on the front. I'll show you guys a little walk around video when it's nice outside, but hopefully that helps you guys. All right, take care, man. Peace. Oh, and if you're not already following, you got to follow my boy Moses Experience. If you love BMWs, just all different types. He has a crazy M5, crazy bagged M3, E92. He has a race car 335, and he just copped the E46. So he has some crazy stuff on there, man. You definitely want to follow my boy Moses Experience. I'll tag him in here. So, and you know, that's about it. I'm not an official car page or anything, but I'll post videos every once in a while. Hopefully I can start growing this F83 community, man, because they're hating on us, man. They're not giving us, they're not showing us enough love. We need to get out there a little more. All right, peace, man.